Okay. Hello. Sure, the mic is working fine, but Okay. So let's continue at Dad Book. Um, oh God, where's the last Dad Book save? You got dads. All right, so there's Joseph. We're gonna do Joseph, even though I don't like Joseph that much. We're gonna do Joseph next. Joseph, Joseph, Joseph Christensen, voted Maple Bay's #1 youth minister for 5 years running, living in my hometown with my beautiful wife and our 4 amazing kids. If I'm not in church, you can catch me out in the open water, setting sail on the seas of adventure. I love playing guitar and crushing my kids at Candyland. On a Friday night, you're most likely to lead the community in a fun mixer. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? My six string. What are your turn-ons? My loving wife. What did you want to be when you grew up? Ship captain. What's your favorite movie genre? Feel-good movies. What's your ideal date? Lovely night on the town with my wife. What do you never leave home without? The Good Book. I spend a lot of time thinking about how I can be a better man, husband, and father. Oh, God. His family's a little weird, but Joseph seems cool. He does not. I should take him up on his offer to hang out. Wait, how do I hang out with a priest? I don't go to church. Should I be Jesus-y? I imagine Joseph's family staring at me as I fumble through some sort of prayer attempt. Maybe not too Jesus-y. A light smattering of Jesus. Will he want me to pray? Is he going to pray at me? Do I have to pray at him? One sec. Talking to Joseph, huh? I don't know who you are. Oh, it's probably Amanda. It's the only person it could be. Ah, Amanda, how many times have I told you not to sneak up on me like that? I selectively ignore it every time you do, Pops. Amanda looks over my shoulder at the screen. What do you want, phone? Nothing. Okay, shush. Joseph can't read your mind, you know. If you want to talk, just message him. But I've never been friends with a priest before. What do I talk about? My favorite Bible passages? Ice cream socials? Khakis? First of all, he's a youth minister with a tattoo, not a priest. There's a difference? You're overthinking it, Dad. Listen, just put it like this. Hello, neighbor. Thanks again for the invite to the barbecue. I'd love to hang out soon if you're not too busy. Isn't that a little too business casual? Fine, fine. Give me the keyboard. I got this. Amanda focuses on the keys. Hi, Joseph. It was great meeting you and your family. I'm still new around here, so if you'd like, I'd love to hang out and get to know you. See ya. The smiley is a nice touch. Almost immediately, I receive a response. What did he say? Oh, God. Hi, Nico. If you're not doing anything in a bit, the kids and I are baking treats for the church bake sale today, and we'd love to have you over. It'll be a blast, so let me know. Joseph. That wasn't so bad. He uses a lot of exclamation points. I'm more concerned about him signing his name with a tilde. I'm willing to let it slide this time. I respond back. Sounds like fun, Nico. Great, come on by the house as soon as you're ready. We'll be here. Well, guess I'm doing this. Oh my god. Save a brownie for me? Yeah, just a second, Amanda. Water. Promise you won't sneak up on me anymore. Amanda stares at me, unblinking. I don't make promises I can't peep. Real to a fault, Pops. And Dad, please don't be weird about the religion thing. Me? Weird? Never. Me? Always weird? Always. I make the short walk over to Joseph's place. Don't be weird, Nico. But what if they hang up a bunch of crosses, or collect those little porcelain babies? What if they're all praying? Do they pray before dinner? During dinner? Over the porcelain babies? The door begins to creak open. A shadowy figure obscured on the other side. Who's there? Nico? The door opens the rest of the way. It's Joseph Eldest. What's his name? Hey. Hey, Chris? I'm Nico. I know what your name is. Oh yeah, we met in the barbecue. How's the, please don't say it. Jesus. Chris blinks slowly. Maybe he didn't hear that. You're weird. Is your dad? How's your Jesus? Before I finish, Chris walks into an adjacent room, leaving me in front of the open doorway. Home? This was a great first impression. For a moment, I wonder if I should just go in, further subjecting Joseph's family to my winning attitude and artful charisma. Mercifully, Joseph, he peeks his head around the corner. Okay. Nico, you made it. I'm not even going to attempt to do his voice because apparently my throat is fucked right now, and I didn't even know about it. Joseph approaches with his arms wide. I'm so glad you could come by. Are you ready to bake? I am not. As ready as I'll ever be. That's the kind of semi-confidence that I like to see in a baking assistant. Come on in. Joseph leads me into a bright, spacious home full of nautical knickknacks. This isn't what I imagined at all. It's actually pretty charming. I guess. I believe you've met Chris, who left you outside. Chris. Are you going to apologize? Oh, right, sorry. I try to make eye contact with Chris, but he keeps looking away. He must be really shy. It's alright. It's alright. Next time, just be a little more inviting to our guests, okay? Sure. Chris seems to relish the chance to escape the conversation and quickly vanishes into his room. Joseph turns to me apologetically. Don't take it personally. Chris likes to keep to himself. I mean, we didn't start off on the best foot in the world. Plus, being the eldest in a big family can't be easy. We try to cut him a little slack where we can. Oh, and here are the twins, Christy. Wow. Say hello to Nico. Hello, Father. Hello, Nico. That's so creepy. Kids, come on. Dial it back on the creepy twin stick. Creepy twin stick? Take them on, right? Can you two say, come play with us, Danny? Oh, no. The twins stare up, in unblinking unison. Come play with us, Danny. Joseph covers his mouth and looks away, but he's clearly holding back a big laugh. This is it. This is my Dad World Series. Okay, now say, please help us, Mothra. Please help us, Mothra. No, I can't take it. Joseph is trying his best not to break in front of his kids. The twins seem to be catching on and look eager to bust their dad. But can we keep it up? It's obscure. Now say, he who walks behind the rose. The twins tilt their heads in confusion. Uh-oh. He walks, behind some rose. The room is silent besides Joseph absolutely losing his mind. That last flub really sealed it. Children of the Corn, really? Is not at night mainstream? I am off my game something fierce today. Great job, guys. We're scary. I was very scared. Joseph can't take it anymore, despite his quiet protestations. He's laughing pretty hard into his hand, and the kids giggle with him. The twins, obviously pleased with their new arsenal of spooky weapons, leave the room to terrorize the rest. terrorize the rest of the community. My work here is done. I'm going to be hearing those lines for weeks. Next time we hang out, I'll try to teach them some lines from the thing. Alright, so it looks like we've got a bit of troublemaker on our hands. You think you can out-trouble a career pro? I don't know about that. What? Something about crackers, I didn't hear that. I'm suddenly interrupted by a loud crash from the kitchen. What now? That doesn't sound good. Christy? Christy? That's so hard to say. No one responds. Joseph furrows his brow and motions for me to stay where I am. Wait here a minute. Joseph rushes into the kitchen. I remember this with Amanda. Half of fatherhood is trying to keep your kids from finding creative ways to kill themselves, and he's got 4. Talk about worry. I take a seat on a surprisingly pristine couch and twiddle my thumbs. I think you can just examine everything, right? It's a pretty sturdy wooden bookshelf. It looks handmade. Did Joseph build this? There's a big stack of what looks like travel magazines. Hyenas on the Serengeti, the underwater mysteries of the Antarctic, on and on. Seems like Joseph really loves a good adventure, unless this is a Mary thing. Who knows? Next to them are a couple of different Bibles. Looks like he's covering all the Bible basics. King James, New American Standard, the Bible for Teens. He is a cool youth minister after all. On a higher shelf there are a bunch of old romance novels. Judging by the wine stains, these must be Mary's. The newest one looks like it. Hot Body Johnson, Sex Detective. The 8th installment in... Wait, this is a series? There's a couple cool knickknacks on the coffee table in front of me. Hey, a cross. Hey, another cross. This one looks a little different. And a third cross. Unified design aesthetic. Smart choices. There's also a brass thing here. It looks like something a sailor would use to navigate with. I think they're called sextants. Sex. Well, you have this many kids and things are bound to end up on the floor, no matter how hard you try to keep it clean. I spot a terrifying cloth doll that appears to have had both arms pulled off several times. It's been stitched back together a lot, so I'm guessing it's that. The tag says C+C, of course. I set that down and spot a houseplant. Hey, little guy. Keep being you, tiny houseplant. I spot one last thing on the floor next to the houseplant. It's a silver necklace. Wow, this looks expensive for something casually tossed on the floor. If there's a story here, it's none of my business. It's been a while. I guess I should go to the kitchen and see what's up. I walk into the kitchen to find Joseph holding Christy in one arm. She seemed a lot calmer than she was a minute ago. I raise an eyebrow at Joseph. The twins are a lot more manageable when they're separated. Where's Christian? He ran off. Christy dips a spoon into the brownie batter and gives it a taste. Dad, it's too sweet. You're too sweet. No, I'm not. You're so sweet we might have to water you down with spiders. I can't add any emotion into my voice. No, not spiders. Joseph begins tickling Christy with his with his free hand. Between the laughing and squirming, I don't know how he's got a hold of her, but that girl is locked in place. The man is a professional child wrangler. Christy fixes me with her best puppy dog eyes. That's such a hard name. Who would name that? I'm sorry if your name is Christy, but who names a child Christy? Save me from the spiders. I think it's the Spider King. I grab a wooden spoon and point it in Joseph's direction. Unhand her, foul beast. Okay, Nico the Valiant, let's see what you've got. You may have defeated me at the Tarantula Ridge, but now I have the upper hand. Joseph gently puts Christy down behind him. Have you come to squash me, knight, or have you merely fallen into my web? I keep turning into British with his voice. Whatever, if he ends up British, it's so be it, I don't care. I'm no mere fly, Spider King, now on guard. For a minute or so, Joseph and I mock duel with two dumbest looking spoons in the room. Eventually, I strike a killing blow on the invisible heart between his arm and his body, and Joseph recoils in horror. Blast! I'm defeated. You could never beat me, Spider King, for I have the power of God and anime on my side. I sneak a taste from the brownie batter. The magic, oh man, that is way too sweet. Christy begins jumping up and down excitedly. My hero! Christy hugs my leg before making a surprisingly fast exit. Hey, wait, do you want to bake brownies with us? Christy hesitates and then shakes her head no again. Sparkle Pony. Sparkle Pony? Joseph looks confused. You don't want to bake with Dad now? You want to play with Sparkle Pony? Yes. Okay, go. Before Joseph can even finish his sentence, Christy is out the door and down the hall. Ahead. Joseph sighs deeply as he stares into the chocolate batter. He tastes it again, face twisting. And that is still way too sweet. So what made that crash? Egg beaters on the linoleum floor. It's my new techno single. Still haven't thought of a B-side. Now we're both looking into the batter. It's got a sickly sheen of sugar and chocolate candies throughout, and I have a feeling Christy had something to do with it. We need a fresh start. Yeah, like I said, I'm not really a baker, but don't even sweat it. The bag came with instructions that I have mysteriously vanished along with my daughter, so we'll probably be fine. Probably. Yeah, probably. He certainly looks confident. Alright, Nico, you baked a cake from a box before. Once. How hard could it be? Okay, baking from a box is easy as shit. Now grab a spoon and get ready to rock. Oh my god. Mario Batali, save me. Joseph and I set to work cracking the eggs and mixing the things, and then pouring the things according to how we assumed the back of the box would tell us to. It's really not that complicated. I mean, they're just brownies too. I mean, things go according to plan, and soon enough we have a solid batch of brownies. Whew. Wait. Joseph has a little dot of batter on his nose. Wow, Nico. Way to use those dad skills. I bet you've baked a few box mixes in your time. His nose. Joseph. All we have to do is bring these to the bake sale, and voila. Duty done. Ahem. Now help me find Christy. Keep your eye out for a pony that sparkles. Joseph, hold still. What? Thumb in position, and got it. Joseph's eyes go wide as I gently wipe the chocolate off his nose. Is he blushing? Oh, thanks. No problem. In less than a second, I've licked the batter off my finger. It's really good batter. We should find Christy. Yes, we should. Do that, Nico. Joseph quickly composes himself. I hope I'm not sick anymore soon. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of being sick. Alright, she can't be far. You take the delta position and I'll watch your 6. Do you even know what that means? Alpha, Tango, Sparkle, Roger. Joseph starts making his way down the hall and calls back to me. Take the brownies and the rest of the stuff I baked earlier today while I get Christy. We'll meet you out by the car. Joseph, Christy, and I arrive at the church parking lot to find fold-out tables and pop-up tents already set up. Looks like the bake sale is already in full swing. Wow, this place is packed. Is this packed? There are a few people milling around. Must be a value pack. If you can count a city's population on your fingers and toes, this counts as packed. Point. Christy rockets out of the car and into the lot. Is she running out of jet fuel? I want to sell brownies. Okay, let's get set up. I want to see Mom. She's down by the other row of tables helping out with another group. Want to go over there and tell her I said hi? Mom! Christy zips off immediately. Joseph seems unconcerned. Does she always run that fast? Yeah, and I can only catch her half the time. These knees aren't what they used to be. I remember when Amanda was at her age. I couldn't get her to sit still for 5 seconds. Yep, great age to deal with. No matter what, everything just sounds rough. Well, Christy's gone. Joseph and I arrange all of our baked goods on the table and settle in. So, are we allowed to eat any of our own goods? Look, if I don't see nothing, I don't say nothing. The man upstairs has strong feelings about snitches. Does he actually? Joseph shrugs. He eats a brownie. It looks like some of the other stalls are selling drinks, little handmade crafts, and other sweets. Whoa! Someone brought a soft serve ice cream machine. I gestured to it. How are we supposed to compete with that? Please, this isn't my first time to the rodeo, the bake sale rodeo. There's actually no rodeo here. It's just a bake sale. I think you and I put together can make one pretty convincing argument for these brownies, don't you? This is something I would say, but I don't think it's that, and I don't think it's that, so I'm going to say this. We high five. If you bake it, they will come. Oh, God. Ow. It's not long before we have our first customers. Hey, dude. Hi, Matt. Carmencita. Great to see you guys around here. Happy to support a good cause. Plus, you know, the owner and proprietor, or whatever, of the Coffee Spoon, an establishment that specializes in baked goods. I have to scope out the competition. Joseph leans close to me. This guy knows his stuff. Stay on your toes. So, what recipe did you use for these brownies? Don't say you used the box recipe. Don't say you used the box recipe. We improvised? I just let the baking spirit move through me, you know? A little bit of flour here, a pinch of salt there. It's sort of like an interpretive dance, but with cooking. Interpretive cooking, yes. You can never make the same thing twice. Every batch is special. There will never be another batch of brownies with the exact same flavor sensation that these right here have. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Matt. All right, we'll take two. Actually, we'll take three. I ring them up and high-five Joseph as our happy customers walk away. See? Not so hard. Yeah, I'm hot off the good feelings from the last sale. Oh my god. Who's next? We sell brownies to a bunch of people I don't recognize, but who clearly know Joseph. Eventually another familiar face pops up. Ugh. It's Brian. Oh. Close enough. Can we interest you in any of our fine sweets and treats? You sure can. I bet I could eat 10 brownies. Must resist urge to be competitive. Probably let the man buy his brownies. So we'll put you down for 10? Ha, better make it just 2. One for me and one for Daisy. Coming right up. You excited for youth group movie night, Daisy? Yeah, what's the movie? It's a surprise. Joseph leans over to me. It's The Fast and the Furious. Really? If you think about it, there's some heavy religious undertones. Okay. Joseph hands the baggie to Daisy. I made sure to give you guys the edges. Clearly the superior part of the brownie topography. Thanks, Joseph. Our 2 customers walk off with their purchases. Joseph and I survey our stock. These are selling pretty hot. At this rate, we'll have enough money to pay for a new paint job on the church pews in no time. Wait, what happened to the pews? Ernest spray painted his rapper alias onto them. Young Steinbeck. I would have gone for Young Man in the Sea, but I can respect that. Speaking in I know the word, but I can't say it. Ministerial terms, Ernest is hard to reach. In father terms, Ernest is kind of a turd. Being a cool youth minister seems like a lot of work. It is, but it's worth it. Although, sometimes I wish... Never mind. What? It's kind of silly, but... Do you ever wish you could just drop everything and go lounge around the beach somewhere in the tropics? drink fruity blended beverages, fall asleep on a hammock, basically live out a Jimmy Buffet song. Joseph, I think about this every single day of my life. My dream is to live in Margaritaville. One day, my friend, one day we'll be on an island time. We make a couple more sales and to some more church patrons. Everything seems to be going smoothly. Off in the distance, I spot my old buddy Greg. Greg! He's gonna be a hard sell. Craig's a fitness man. I think he comes to these bake sales to test himself, to see if he has the resolve to refuse processed sugar. Are you sure you're ready for this? We go way back. I got this. Oh, look at them. You cute baby. Craig jogs up to our table with Briar and Hazel in tow. They're each finishing an ice cream cone, so it's unlikely we're going to sell them on brownies, too. Probably won't be able to sell to the baby. She's impossible to read. It all comes down to Craig. Hey, bros. Hi, Uncle Joseph. Hi, Amanda's dad. Would you be interested in one of our delicious homemade brownies? I don't know. You can't spell diet without die. Hey, Craig, when we were freshmen, remember how our next door neighbors pranked us by switching out laundry detergent with dish soap, and how the washing machine exploded with thuds? And then we decided to get back at them by making brownies for them, but sprinkling high-intensity hot sauce into the mix, and then we watched them cry after eating it. I would feel bad, but we had to clean the laundry room ourselves. Anyway, these brownies are like that, but without the hot sauce. Maybe you should get one more. For old time's sake. Craig thinks for a second. Well, the girls just won a game. You know what? We'll take one for each of us. Even River? I'll eat hers. You've got yourself a deal. The day winds down, and we're pretty much out of items to sell. Everyone starts packing up. Christy eventually comes back and immediately falls asleep in Joseph's folding chair. It's probably Mary? Boxed mix, huh? Yep. Mary saunters up to us. She looks like she'd rather be anywhere else than here. Oh, hi, honey. Yep, they're selling like hotcakes, which is... Actually, they're just brownies. Cute. And boring and safe. Hey, Mary. Mary's eyes dart over to me. What's the rookie doing here? I was just hoping to introduce Nico to the rest of the community. Uh-huh. You get a load of this freak show? What? Weird folk is all. Holier-than-thou types. Don't you think, Nico? Mary? Let the kid answer the question. They seem nice, but mood me. They all seem like they're really excited to help out the church. That's pretty cool, I guess. Mary, can we talk about this later? Oh, am I embarrassing you in front of your new friend? Joseph doesn't respond, trying his hardest to keep his cool. Can we please talk about this later? Sure thing, honey bear. Mary turns her attention to me. Hand over the cash. Jesus, I'm not trying to rob you. I'm in charge of the funds here. I hand over the cash we made. It feels like a hefty wad, if I may say so myself. Thanks. Now give me your wallet. What? Give me your wallet. You think this church is going to fix itself? Mary. I'm kidding. Sorry, I'll work out the whole pretending to be happy thing. Wow. Mary leans in and whispers to me. He's really good at it. Okay. Mary walks out off without saying goodbye. Yeesh. I'm really sorry about that. This brownie will alleviate the situation. I take a brownie and split it in half, offering it to Joseph. He takes it. We eat. How's that feel? Better. You ready to head out? Sure thing. Joseph and I load the folding tables back into my car. Christy nods off the moment Joseph straps her into the car seat. I drop Joseph off in front of the house. A small yawn sneaks out of me. Looks like I tuckered you out, huh? I'm a sleepy dad. I think I might finally be crashing from all the sugar. Huh, I won't keep you up then. Thanks for helping out today. Happy to do it. Also happy to eat brownies. Well, next time I promise we'll do something a bit more exciting and a bit less free labor. And I'm really sorry about that whole thing with Mary. You shouldn't have had to see that. It's fine, really. I know, but first hangout domestic problems aren't a good look. You barely know me. Let me make it up to you next time. It won't be Margaritaville, but we'll do something fun, promise. I smile. I'd like that. Oh, and one last thing. Joseph tosses a cling wrap brownie through the window. It hits me in the face, but I'm able to catch it. It's the last one, and you earned it. Joseph, please don't leave me alone with this brownie. Nope, too late. I'm already walking away. But, bye. Joseph walks up to his home. He waves at me before carrying Christy inside. Well, looks like it's just you and me, Brownie. I pocket the brownie. This might come in handy down the road. I step inside to find Amanda doing homework on the couch. Hey, Father Unit. Hi, child that I'm required by law to care for. How's homework? It's really fun and educational. Really? How long have you known me for? Right. How was the bake sale? Good. I think I really could have made a good life for myself as a brownie salesman. Glad to hear it. So what? Were there any extra brownies, or did you maybe sneak one, or... I think for a moment and realized that I stole the brownie that Joseph gave me. This would probably do better than someone else's stomach than mine. Heads up. Wait. I hurl the brownie towards Amanda. It hits the wall behind her and falls on the ground. Nice throw. She scoops it up and smiles at me. Thanks, Pops. Hey, if you're not going to bed anytime soon, would you be game for some real shark hunters of Orange County? I thought the last hunter got eaten by a shark. He did. I sit down next to her and cozy up with a blanket. Awesome. That was Ezra, right? Ew. His voice. Temptation. You've got dads. Oof. It's been a long day of clipping coupons. Looks like there's a sale on box brownie mix. That reminds me. I wonder what Joseph's up to. I should see if he wants to hang out. Or if he wants to go to the store with me and use these coupons. Looks like he's online. Hey, Joseph, want to hang? It takes a moment for Joseph to respond. Oh, God. Okay. Nico, hope you finally recovered from your brownie-induced coma. And I know I promised you a fun hang, but tonight I'm actually chaperoning a youth group mixer. Amanda's invited, of course. If you're not doing anything, you should come. Oh, that sounds nice. Kind of. And be a chaperone with me, because I need the help. Less nice. I think for a moment. I'm a little bummed out, of course, but I suppose I just wanted some me and Joseph time, maybe to get to know him a little better. What the heck, my friend needs my help. I type back. Buddy, if you need me, you got me. Just tell me where I need to be tonight. Joseph lets me know the details. It starts pretty soon. I should get ready. I knock on Amanda's door and peek in. Hey, Amanda, I'm about to head out. Where are you off to? Are you going to go extreme couponing? I'm actually going to go chaperone this youth mixer dance thing that's happening at Joseph's church. He says you're invited, but you don't want to come. I'll cover for you. You know what? I'm down. Maybe I can make some new friends. That's a good attitude. But I'll have you know that I'm mostly doing this for the potential of free food. Thank you, Amanda. You get 4 daughter points today. Can I trade them for a daughter lava lamp? Sorry, you only have enough for a daughter spider ring, or some of those daughter plastic jumpy frogs. I like those things. They try their hardest. It's inspirational. Jesus is coming. We arrive at the church to find that nobody's here. There are decorations and balloons and a banner and everything, but no use. I've been to a couple of dances in my life. Not that I want to paint myself as some sort of dance expert, but generally dances require people. And those people need to be dancing. All of a sudden, Joseph jogs up to us. He looks frazzled. You're here. I need your help. Joseph gestures to the hand-painted banner hanging above the church doors. It reads, "Jesus is coming." Yikes. Well, that's certainly a thing. God made all things, Amanda, except for that banner. Ernest made that. I genuinely can't tell if he meant that maliciously or if he just can't spell good. You know what God also does? Forgives. He forgives teenagers and he never ever breaks their box mods. Are you going to break Ernest's box mod? No, Amanda, that would be a sin. I think it's the one right after sloth. Nico, I need your help getting this down before anyone sees it. I can swing that. Amanda, can you help? Physical labor, huh? Amanda begins rapidly scanning the mostly empty room, looking for an escape route of her own. I have to go set up the food. The food's already set up. I'm going to do a final inspection to pass on the food to make sure it's up to code. I'm going to eat your food. Amanda's able to bolt away before myself or Joseph can get another word in. She can really book it when she wants to. Her father was a giant pair of legs. I dated Jim Giant's arm once, but it turned out that they were all right. You must have been devastated. It was Armageddon. No, I get it. I'll workshop it. There's a gem in there somewhere. I'm really glad you're here, Nico. Are you enjoying my company, or did you just lure me out here for my strong arms and height advantage? How tall do you think I am? A little of both. It's always something with you, Joseph. Something handsome and I'm gonna skip that word. Debatable. You just alluded to breaking a child's vape pen. I would have lost the debate. You ready to do this? Let's make some magic happen. Magic isn't real. God was also a bush one time. When was this? What's the story of God being a bush? Because I don't know it. True. Joseph and I grab a stepladder and walk over to Ernest's banner. That turd Ernest had one final trick up his sleeve. Looks like this nightmare is stapled and taped 6 ways from Sunday. Any ideas? Kurt Douglas? What happened to your strong arms and height advantage? Right, I forgot about those. But I realize my oversized dad fingers are far too large to get leverage on the tiny staples. You got a hammer I can use to pry these off? Nico, this is a church. We've got a little nervous around hammers and nails. I'm kidding. We just don't have a hammer. But we have to hurry. The use will be here any moment, and I never hear the end of it if we don't fix this. Wait, I have an idea. I run to grab the marker that Ernest used to draw this thing and jump back on the ladder. We can't get it down, but we can send a different message. Jesus is cumin. Jesus isn't coming. Jesus is calming. I'm figuring it's Jesus is calming. Because that's funny though. But I'm able to turn the U into an A and an L somehow. It's a little tight, but it works. Well, that's true, I guess. Bask in his calming presence, Joseph. Relax. Crisis averted. Let's just hope the youths don't notice. Joseph checks his watch. The DJ should be here by now. Oh no. Just then the doors swing open and a man struts in with his DJing equipment. Wait, you're not the guy. The usual guy? What happened to Evan? Evan knew exactly when to play the Cupid Shuffle. Hey, I'm not Evan. Evan sold all of his DJ equipment to backpack through Europe, so I'm filling in for him. I do envy him, though. What I would give to drop everything and start over. Ha! Are you? Alright. Alright, I'm better than alright. I'm DJ Spin Master Quinn. He sighs heavily. I usually do the trivia nights, but I moonlight on the ones and twos. On the ones and twos to give myself a sense of purpose in life. Is he? Okay. Well, you'll have to do. You'll have a playlist of fun songs that youths will like that won't inspire impure thoughts of tempt them to the dark side, right? The DJ thinks for a moment. Believe me, buddy, I got what you need. Okay, great. I'll let you get set up. DJ leaves. Let's keep an eye on this one. He sounded like he was just going to play Creep by Radiohead on repeat. After some time, kids from the community start filing into the dance hall. Some of them seem to notice our sign hack, but they don't seem to care. Most of these kids group off into tiny clusters, standing in circles and casting sideways glances at the other group of teens. Man, I do not miss being a teenager at social functions. Hey, hey, party people! Everyone in the room turns their attention to the DJ. DJ Spin Master Quinn coming at you with the sound that people want. We're off to a good start. This next tune goes to all the ladies in the audience. Ladies, let me hear you say, yeah. A few half-hearted yeahs echo through the crowd. All right. He sighs again. Man, it's been a heavy couple days. This one's actually just for my wife, Sandra. I hope we can work things out. My little honeysuckle vine. The DJ begins playing Creep by Radiohead. Amanda sidles up to me, pizza in one hand and punch in the other. Creep, huh? Bold choice for a youth group. Let's see where he goes with this. After the song finishes, he plays Creep again. Is the DJ crying? If you watch the kids really closely, you can catch them cringe every time Thom Yorke swears. There they go. Maybe we should do something about this. Joseph runs up to us. He's killing the vibe. They're listening to swears. Sad swears. We have to do something. You guys should try to give him a pep talk. Maybe work him up to Everybody Hurts by R.E.M. or at the very least No Rain by Blind Melon. You want to help us cheer him up? Actually, I just saw my friend, Federico. Federico? He's from Latin. I didn't know you were taking a Latin class. I'm not. So he's from the country, Latin? Yes, this exists. Don't Google it. You can go, Amanda. It's fine. And she's gone. Joseph and I make our way to the DJ booth, where Spin Master Quinn is having a quiet cry. Hey, bud. Hey, my dudes. How's the party jamming? It's, not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, fellas. Just taking a moment to find my groove. Gotta play the sad twos to properly appreciate the bangers, right? Play the booty bumpers. It's what Jesus would have wanted. I like that, though. I want to pick that, but I don't think that it's it. Now, stop me if I'm out of line here, since I've never been a DJ, and I don't have any current plans to become one, but I don't think that's how it works. The kids came out here to have a good time. You gotta cool it on the sadness. Hey, buddy, if it's problems you're having with... Joseph leans close to me. What was his wife's name again? It was Sandra, right? If you're having problems with Sandra, I can help you too. I do counseling. It's my job here, and I'm very good at it. Oh, I don't know. I can tell that you're hurting. Nobody voluntarily listens to that much Radiohead on repeat unless they're really going through some tough times. Trust me, I know. I mean, you're not wrong. Joseph places a hand on Spin Master Quinn's shoulder, who immediately collapses into Joseph's embrace, crying quietly. I am so sad. Thank you. I'll put on some dance hall anthems. You're the best, Spin Master Quinn. With yet another crisis averted, Joseph and I return to the dance floor, where Amanda's waiting with an ice cream cone. They have ice cream here. Good work, Amanda. How's it looking out there? Well, for a dance, there's not a whole lot of dancing. Looks like people are starting to bail, though. This is a disaster. Don't be so hard on yourself. This ice cream, top notch. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. You and Amanda should just go home. I'm not going to make you stay here for the train wreck. It's not a disaster. We can still fix this. I suddenly realize what we have to do. Amanda, get out of here. I don't think you're going to want to be here for this or be seen with me after this. Oh, God, you're not going to. I throw my car keys to Amanda. I'll get a ride back with Joseph. Just remember me as I am right now, not as what I'm about to become. Amanda nods. Nice knowing you, Pops. She runs out the door. Joseph, I'm going to turn it up on the dance floor. With luck, we can get these youths into it as well. Are you in or out? Joseph stares at me. He knows what has to be done as much as I do. I hate this. See you on the other side. Joseph and I walk out to the dance floor in the middle of the room. The youths all stare at us, unsure of what we're doing. Time to get our groove on. I can't fucking dance, so this is not good. Let's start them off easy and work our way up to more technical stuff. Oh god. Not the worm, because that sounds bad. Roll the dice. I pull out the classic handshake and dice throw to the music. I'm a little offbeat, which is to be expected of any dad, but I think this is a nice baseline to work from. Joseph follows along, bopping his head to the beat. Simple, but smart. That's good. I look around. Well, it looks like we've got everyone's attention. Alright, Nico, let's turn up the heat. Is it sprinkler? Because shopping cart is too much. I think it's sprinkler, right? Oh god, I hate the sprinkler. I pull out the classic hand behind the head, pointer finger out, and I pointed and make direct eye contact with several of the youths in the room. I think that it makes them feel uncomfortable, but I push past it. Joseph understands. We must water the lawn. We just came off the end of an imaginary drought, and the grass is dying. Don't worry, imaginary grass. We got you. I hate this. I look around to the youths. They're getting into it. Nice work, but we better pick up, or they'll lose interest quick. Is it Cabbage Patch? Because I feel like it's that one. It's not the windmill, because that would probably be too much. You can never go wrong with a Cabbage Patch. Cabbage Patch. Joseph follows my lead. We both take our arms and move them around in a circle, just as assuming you would in a Cabbage Patch. I look around at the youths. I think they like agriculture. They're not looking too lively yet, but I think we can still turn it around. Attempt twerking. No, it's the moonwalk, right? Because the butter churn seems weird. I start sliding my feet backwards. I can't tell if it looks good or not, but I think these kids have seen enough people doing moonwalks that they understand the general concept. Joseph makes a moonwalk attempt as well. Surprisingly, dude pulls it off flawlessly. Flawlessly? I look around at the youths. They're cheering. Alright, time for the big finish. Okay, I just want to see if I can kill myself in this, because it's an achievement. I'm just kidding. I've seen plenty of people do backflips before. It can't be that hard, right? I bend my knees and fold my arms back. Joseph grabs me. Nico, don't you dare. I know I could land it. I'm not letting you break your neck in my church. We're not insured for that. Damn it. I think I have to dance really badly to get that. I can do that some other time. Death throw? I mean, this sounds like fun, but I've seen enough internet videos of this move where I think I could really nail it. On the beat drop, I kick my leg up and dramatically fall to the floor, my back landing on the ground with a shablam. All the kids immediately start screaming. They know it's up. But at what cost? What was that? The future of dance. The kids swarm the dance floor. They're all laughing and dancing to the music. It looks like our job here is done. Somewhat, I can't say that. Obligingly? Is that what? Yeah. The kids take the dance floor and start to move around. Before long, they're starting to laugh and enjoy themselves. It was dicey, but we've done our jobs. Come on. The rest of the chaperones will take it from here. What? I have something to show you. Joseph leads me out of the main room, and I down various darkened corridors of the church. I can barely see anything and find myself tripping over my own feet. Joseph, I think I lost you. His hand finds mine in the darkness. I'm right here. Stop. I'm glad he can't see me blush. We keep walking. Where are we? This church is huge. We're almost there. I actually have to admit that I was a little dishonest with you. I didn't just invite you out here to help me chaperone. What happened to lying being one of the 10 things you're not supposed to do? I think there's an exception for when you're trying to surprise a friend. Joseph closes the door behind us. I guess we're in a random room in the depths of the church now. What could he possibly have planned? So, last time we talked about escaping to an island where we could live out an easy tropical lifestyle where our only worry is trying to find the lost shaker of salt. Since we can't actually do that, I figured I could bring a little bit of the tropics to Maple Bay. It's not quite Margaritaville, but something like it. Joseph throws on the lights. Welcome to the Margarita Zone. I look around and my eyes adjust to the light. It's his office, but there are twinkle lights strung across the walls, little garlands of fake flowers, and 2 beach chairs set up in front of the desk. There's a blender and 2 glasses sitting on the table. Ukulele music plays softly in the background. Joseph, this is amazing. There's no pop tops to step on here, buddy. The what now? You did this for me? Joseph takes his seat and gestures for me to do the same. I did this for us. I think we both earned it. I settle in while Joseph pours us both margaritas. You really went all out. I mean, he probably could have gotten more all out. I have a flair for the dramatic, and you can't lead the community if you don't know how to make a good margarita. I take a sip of mine. This is a killer margarita. I would follow this man. Do you think the dance is going to go okay without our sick dance moves? No, not here. You're missing the point of Margarita Zone. Margarita Zone is a place of rest and relaxation. It's a place where you can kick your feet up and forget about your worries for a while. Let's get tattoos of Mexican cuties. It's heaven on earth with an onion slice. Oh, are these songs? Are these songs? I have no idea. It's a real fear. Thankfully, no heels will get cut in my version of Margarita Zone. Joseph gestures to the makeshift island bar he's made. You know, it's funny. This reminds me so much of when I was younger. I've been meaning to ask, what did you do before you started preaching? It's uninteresting. I left home and got into a lot of trouble. What kind of trouble? Trouble meant I got to go wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I hitchhiked around the country, went on adventures, met all kinds of people, did some stuff I'm not too proud of. But I was young and in love and didn't have to answer to anybody. And now, I host fundraiser car washes and take the kids to soccer practice on the weekends. Sorry, I didn't mean to get heavy here. It's okay. It seems like you spend a lot of time taking care of others, but not enough time taking care of yourself. If you need to talk about it, I'm here for you. Joseph stares deeply into the blender filled with ice and margarita mix. It's just, I think about Margaritaville a lot, or at least the concept of it. A place where I could just drum on my six string while I wait for the shrimp to boil, drink margaritas all the time, forget my worries. It's an easy life. I had Margaritaville once, but I think the closest I'm ever going to get back to it is a Margarita Zone, a short and occasional reprieve from my daily life. Is that such a bad thing? This is pretty nice. It doesn't last forever, that's the rub. When you're in the Margarita Zone, it's not like your problems have really gone away, you're just choosing to ignore them. Maybe you're looking at it the wrong way. Maybe Margarita Zone is actually better than Margaritaville, because Margaritaville itself is an impossible ideal. Remember what Spin Master Quinn said? Sometimes you have to play the sad tunes to appreciate the bangers. If stepping on a pop top is your biggest concern, how could you possibly appreciate the boiling shrimp? And the Margarita Zone isn't a landlocked to this office. I think it's about finding little pieces of Margarita Zone throughout your day and taking joy in those moments. That's awfully optimistic of you. It doesn't have to be anything big. For me, I think it's being able to quietly do word jumbles and drink some strong coffee in the morning, to see my daughter smile, or I smile at Joseph, to spend some quality time with a good friend. Yeah. I can feel myself leaning closer to Joseph. Is it just me, or is he leaning closer too? Joseph tenses up. He downs the rest of his margarita and hops out of his chair. It's getting late. We should head back. Sure. Joseph and I make sure the dance wraps up without incident before he takes me back to the cul-de-sac. R.I.P. First, I have to pay respects. Didn't get to kiss Joseph. I hop out of Joseph's car before he pulls into his own driveway. Thanks again for the help. Thanks again for the Margarita Zone. Maybe we'll go back there one day. If we do, it'll be my own damn fault. I don't know what that means. Joseph chuckles and drives away. I walk into the living room to find Amanda curled up under a blanket and groaning on the couch. Hey, Panda, you feeling okay? Dad, I have a tummy ache. Eat too much youth group food? I drank too deeply from the well of life, and now I pay the price. And by well of life, I mean that big, lukewarm punch bowl of seltzer juice and sherbet. Amanda slides to the loft floor with a long-grated groan. Need anything, kiddo? A time machine that goes back approximately 2 hours in the past so I can warn myself of the folly of excess? I'll pour you a glass of water. Love you, Pops. How'd the dance go? Oh, I crushed it. Got the kids on the dance floor at the expense of my dignity. A fair trade. Also, everything hurts. I'll see you in the morning, kiddo. Night, Dad. Please tell me that was S rank. Yeah. Yeet. Ow. It's been a long day, and I'm not quite ready to sleep. Jesus fucking Christ. Usually when I feel this way, I I mainline investigate TV until I pass out, but tonight I feel like it would be just make me antsy. I decide to take a relaxing stroll. After a bit of wandering, I find myself passing by Jim and Kim's. Being of legal age and in sound judgment, I decide to stop in front for a reasonably portioned alcoholic beverage. Typically, I try to limit my consumption of alcohol to set a positive example for Amanda, but I also feel a responsibility to play a role as a social agent in our community. And a watering hole such as Jim and Kim's is the perfect place to do it. Also, I desperately need a beer. Jim and Kim's is lively tonight. The patrons are milling about, and even Neil seems to be having a good time. Coming here was a good idea. As I reach to collect my beer, I see Mary at the end of the bar. She's not semi-ironically throwing herself all over anyone. In fact, she's alone. She looks so sad. A pang of guilt shoots through me. Does she know? Is this because of me? Am I a homewrecker? I decide to say hello. I walk over to her booth. She doesn't look up. The seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take a seat anyways, and she finally notices me. You. Okay, this is maybe not the best idea. Hey, having fun with your new best friend, Joseph? He's a great... I'm so glad. I'm happy for you two. Mary, I'm not. I'd never accuse you of anything uncouth, Nico. You're just having an innocent, very platonic time with my husband, a supportive friendship. You're a good friend, aren't you? Unlike some other people in his life. So you're an expert on my marriage now? I can tell that you're having a rough time, and I just want you to know that it doesn't have to be like this. I don't want any hard feelings between us, Mary. Mary pauses. It's all messed up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for us both. Mary pays her tab and strides right out of Jim and Kim's without looking back. Okay. I really want to see Joseph again, but after that weird encounter with Mary, I don't know. He's my friend, right? I should be able to hang out with him and not be weird, right? Right? The computer pings a message, flies into my inbox. It's Joseph. Like, what's the first part? Don't see it. Like, actually hang out. No manual labor, no impromptu. Ow, therapy sessions with sad DJs. No kids, just you and me and the open ocean. How are we going to get on the open ocean, you might ask? Good question. Oh my god. If you're interested, I'll meet you down by the marina, and you can check out the goods, if you know what I mean. I mean my yacht. Let me know. Joseph owns a yacht? I'm just as surprised as you are. You've been holding out on me, your only daughter, whom you love. What, did you think that having me as a father would somehow afford you the fringe benefit of getting to go on a yacht? What else did he get me? I'm literally paying for your college, not a dog, that's for sure. Yeah, okay, but what if I had the exact same upbringing in a healthy environment, I could go on a yacht sometimes? Relax, kiddo. Joseph's inviting me onto his yacht. It's gonna be a yacht of fun. I'm glad you're excited, but that doesn't mean you get to start throwing out puns. Why yacht, Amanda? Well, I gotta go get ready to go on my friend's yacht. I start to walk away, but Amanda stops me. Hey, in all seriousness, I hope you have fun, but make good choices, okay? But Dad... Don't stay out too late or you can't go to Jennifer Longfirst's birthday party this weekend. She promised me she would propose me, but ended up going with Logan Crutchfield. I'm not going anywhere near that party. Good bit, Dad. Good bit. I respond back to Joseph, letting him know I'll be there. A quaint marina complete with local mom and pop shops and a small diner frame the bay. I've gone for a few weeks by the bayside to stare enviously at all the nice boats before. Joseph should be around here somewhere. Gosh, this is fancy. I feel a little out of place. Nico? That doesn't sound like Joseph. I turn around to find... Robert! Robert, hey, what's he doing here? So, how's Joseph? Robert comes off cold immediately. I get the feeling he's not happy I'm here. And what's with that look? He seems very angry. Very, very angry. He's going through some stuff. Robert blasts through a cigarette. So, I do have, hearts with Robert, so this is just extra stuff, so I've never seen this before, though, so this is interesting. So I guess he's your friend now, huh? Your pal? Oh, Robert, you're my friend, too. And I suppose two friends just spend the night on a private yacht together, being buds, chatting about friendship. Is that what two friends do? His voice is getting louder. What has gotten into him? Robert, come on, you know I'm not like that. Nico, you might be an idiot, but I'm not. What's your problem with Joseph, anyway? I don't like Joseph. I don't trust Joseph. Joseph is a bad guy, and I don't want him around you. Robert, you committed petty larceny last week, and I think you've been haunted by the Dover Ghost. It was the goddamn Dover Ghost. Robert pauses to calm himself down. Joseph's not who you think he is. What? Ask him about it sometime. Bring it up and watch your back when you do, because a guy like that'll put a knife right in it. Okay. Robert flicks his cigarette into the front seat and a recently clean schooner before turning around to leave. He takes a step, hesitates, and then turns back to face me. You're both awful. You deserve each other. I'll tell Mary you said hi. With that, Robert storms off down the pier. Well, okay. I wander deeper into the marina. All these boats are really, really nice. I wonder which one's Joseph's. Sorry, Robert. I love you more. I just needed to get this S rank. I love you, Robert. I'm sorry. Hey, Nico. Joseph, where are you? Up here. I look up. Joseph waves to me from atop a huge yacht. I've never been on a yacht before. You never forget your first. I glance at the name on the side of the boat. The St. Peter, huh? I inherited this thing from my pops. Real fire and brimstone type. Loved yachts. So what's the plan, Captain? I figured since last time went a bit sideways, we could cast our lot on the open sea, wrestle with Neptune, set sail on the seas of adventure. You're kind of a goofball when you're not wrangling your kids, you know that? Joseph smiles and winks from his perch. I have no idea what you're talking about. Joseph hops down and extends his hand to me, helping me up onto the yacht. I'm thrown off by how soft his hands are. Does he moisturize or what? Jesus fucking Christ. Nico, stop thinking about his hands. Pure thoughts. You're going to be on a boat alone with Joseph on the open ocean. It's a yacht. He's married. It's fine. This is fine. After undoing the mooring and climbing up to his captain's seat, Joseph slowly takes the boat out, ringing the big steel bell with extra emphasis, even though nobody else seems to be around. Shoving off both launching, man and boat launching as one, the St. Peter navigates out of the marina and into the open water, with Joseph doing the occasional steering flourish as the boat bobs along with the waves. He seems a lot more relaxed out here. Joseph is definitely in his element. This is the part where we wrestle Neptune, so please remove your shirt and roll in some talcum powder. Can do, right? Right. I dramatically pull off my shirt my dad bought illuminated in the reflection of Maple Bay's rippling water. I am strong. Not bad. We might have to tag team Neptune together. I'm suddenly worried that I haven't applied a strong enough SPF sunscreen and I might get a sunburn. I put my shirt back on. For a while, we watched the trees and waves pass us by. Where are we going? A little further out. It's a lot quieter once we get out on open water. Plus, we could see whales. Whales are cool. I don't trust whales. Nothing should be that big. Noted. Joseph maneuvers the boat past some buoys. He sighs. I wish I could get out more often, but, family, wife, saving souls. So many souls. I can barely hold them all. I watch Joseph work the boat. Despite his age, he doesn't seem like he's slowed down at all. How old is he supposed to be? And from here, I can see how toned his muscles are. Vampire thoughts! I stare out at the ocean. Joseph's right. It's a lot quieter out here, but something about that conversation with Robert still bothers me. So, I ran into Robert. Was he... He wasn't waiting for you at the dock, was he? Yes, and smoking like a chimney. That's Robert, all right. Is everything okay between you two? He seemed angry. It's, how do I put this? Did Robert ever proposition you for, escapades? Actually, he did. And did you take him up on that? No. Ah, well, that is where we differ. What? I know. Father of four, family man, married, for Christ's sakes. I should never even... But I was in a bad place, and with Mary constantly out, Joseph settles himself before continuing. This definitely gets under his skin. I made a hasty decision, one which Robert does not exactly, he has a weird thing about casual, but he asked you. You'd have to ask Robert about the weird Robert politics of that. He's been weird about it ever since. Huh. But it's over, right? Oh, yes, absolutely. That began and ended on the same day. Well, okay then. So you're not upset? I'm not. Things happen, Joseph, and I think you of all people deserve a little forgiveness. Thank you. That means more than you'll ever know. Ah, itchy. Joseph and I boat in silence as the bay gets smaller and smaller behind us. I decide to take a peek over the edge of the ship. The wake this thing kicks off was intense. I wonder if Joseph would ever let me water ski off his yacht. Hey, dolphins! Joseph, there are dolphins! So you're scared of whales, but not dolphins. I feel like there's an unspoken truce between man and dolphin. I would be more than comfortable riding a dolphin into battle. Dolphins are way more dangerous. They sometimes drown their babies for fun, Can I trust nothing on the open ocean? I like to think that I'm pretty cool. Alright, Joseph, it's just you and me versus the entirety of marine life. Cat, why are you doing that? I yell out to the ocean. It's the lobster one, isn't it? I had a lobster last week and I can't wait to eat more. You tell him, Nico. And here we are. Nico, welcome to the ocean. I look out into the vast expanse of blueness. Yep, that's the ocean. I'm suddenly struck with the overwhelming sense of claustrophobia despite being a wide open space. I'm on a boat with a handsome man, a handsome married man, and there are whales beneath us. Nothing should be that big. It's a little daunting, isn't it? Do you trust the whales? You know there's more dangerous things in the ocean than whales, right? Like tuna. The tuna is an apex predator. What about sharks? Sharks are tight. It's the tuna you gotta watch out for. And the whales. Hey, wanna look out wistfully over the sea with me? Joseph and I head to the bow of the ship to do some quiet contemplation. Shh. Quiet contemplation. I'm alone with my thoughts. Cool. I look out to the sea for a bit and then over to Joseph. He looks so commanding as he surveys the ocean. It feels like he's really at his home on the water. What Mary said to me at the bar, I can't stop thinking about it. Is she right? But she's terrible to him. He's unhappy. He deserves better. I don't know what to think about this, but I just feel so drawn to Joseph. I do not, but yes, Frank. I should say something. So, about Mary. Joseph continues to stare off into the distance. It's, well, if you really want to know. Suddenly I hear a sputter coming from the engine room. Joseph turns over to the boat's controls and taps on some dials. I guess we can talk about Mary later. Oh, okay, so we might have a small problem. What small problem? We are out of gas. The whales are going to eat us. The whales siphoned our gas. It's okay. I can just call one of the boat buddies to come tow us back in. Joseph pulled out his phone. Just kidding. I can't do that because there is no service. I checked my phone. I don't have service either. Should we just submit ourselves to the whales? Well, I do have an old radio in the office, but it's broken. Are you handy with tools? I am a dad. If the radio is anything like frantically putting together a bike on Christmas Eve, it should be no problem. Let's take a look at it and see what we can figure out. Joseph directs me toward a radio and showcases his insides. I don't know how radios work. I think there's just some frayed wires in here. If we can reattach them, we should have a working radio in no time. We stare into the interior of the radio. I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at. I don't think Joseph knows either. You know what? Let's just throw some stuff around in there and see what works. I'm pretty sure you just... throw everything in, right? Gum and condom. Yep. S++. Amazing! Hey, it works, kinda. The radio springs to life. Whoa, we did it. Joseph springs out to the receiver. Hello, hello? Can anyone hear me? He tries a few other channels. Nobody responds. We might be a little far out. I don't think there's anyone in range. How big's the range? Well, this radio came with a boat that my dad bought in the 60s, so not great. That's reassuring. Now what? There's worse places to be than stuck on the yacht. Wine? It's the one with 2 exclamations, right? Yep. I keep a couple of emergency bottles below deck. Want to go grab some wine while I fiddle with the radio some more? Let's see. Wine. It's got to be around here somewhere. I think we can explore the whole area, so. Examine lounge. For an old yacht, the lounge is pretty high class. Wood panels on everything, leather couches. It's like an old Playboy photo shoot in here. Oh, a California King. Swanky. It's unmade and a little messy. Less swanky. For an old yacht, this lounge is pretty high class. Wood panels on everything, leather, blah, blah, blah. There are some clothes stored on the floor by the bed. Socks, slacks, yep, a big polo shirt. Well, I guess I know if Joseph prefers boxers or briefs. This place seems a little lived in. For an old yacht, this blah, blah, blah. Hey, wine glasses. I must be hot on the trail. But no wine. I grab 2 glasses and get back to searching. I take a look at everything on the shelf. There's a few photos on the wall there. Looks like a picture from Joseph and Mary's wedding day. Nice grandpa glasses. Looking real slick there, Joe. Another picture of Mary and Joseph on this very yacht. Quality 90s fashion right there. Here. Mary still has her patented stink face. And at least Joseph seems happy on the water. Hey, it's all the dads. Look like it's from a couple years ago. The gang's all here. Brian, Matt, Hugo, Craig, Damien, Robert. Wow, Robert's actually smiling and wearing a sweater. I know that sweater. And there's one guy on the end that I don't recognize. Hugo's ex, maybe? And hey, here's Joseph go-karting with the kids. That's fun. I take a look at everything on the shelf. Looks like a bunch of different Bibles on brand. A couple of old vet magazines. I guess those must be Mary's. Wait a minute. Is this... Well, now, the hot body shoe is on the other hot body foot. I take a look at everything on the shelf. What? If there's one thing Joseph does right, it's the odd stuff he puts on shelves. I take a moment to closely examine what I think is an old submarine clock. Ah, and there's crosses again. Boy knows his crosses. Really cool design, too. It's a sturdy cabinet, a little dusty, but I bet there are some treasures in here. Oh, God. I didn't read it. Examine flashlights. Well, this is a solution to a different problem. Maybe if we're stranded out here for days and run out of electricity, we'll need these, but the chief concern right now is the wine intake. It's a sturdy cabinet, blah, blah. Examine drawer. Hey, it's wine, a whole drawer full of wine. It's a yacht club miracle. Twilight Rouge, huh? Come to daddy. Finally, time to get back up to Joseph. And then get back up to Joseph. I bring the wine and glasses up to the deck and find Joseph still hunched over the radio. Nico, wine, good to see you two. Just in time for the sunset. I didn't take you for a drinker. Haven't you heard? I'm a cool minister. How cool? I can land half of my kickflips. Oh my god, shut up. Ah! What is that, like 4? 5 on a good day. Poor me. It's power poor, right? Whoa. Okay, time to party. We clink our glasses and drink up. This one's not bad. There's a hint of, am I tasting grapes? You have a discerning palate. It might be grapes. Joseph and I lounge on the deck with our yacht wine, taking in the ocean air. The sun starts to dip below the horizon. We could be stranded out here forever. I can't think of anyone else I'd want to be stranded with. Just you, me, and all those whales. So many whales. You're killing the vibe. Revive the vibe. Generally, it takes 3 days and a gigantic stone door rolled in the front of the tomb, but I think we can save it. Um, it's a really rewarding series, Nico. Uh-huh. Look, you have fun with your word jumbles. I will enjoy the well-crafted narrative excellence of a highly regarded serial of sex books, detective novels, sexy detective books featuring a hard-boiled gumshoe who can't be held down by the law or by love or by mystery Spanish lover. You read them too. The author really hit her stride around book 17. What's it like owning a yacht? Fuel prices are on the rise. Yearly maintenance is a bit of a strain on the finances. Can't really take it out on the winter months. But also sometimes you can have a party on your yacht and everyone thinks you're cool, so it evens out. Nico, if you had a yacht, what would you name it? Fuck you, Wales. Long, hard, and full of seamen, I think is what it is. Wine shoots out of Joseph's nose. I need to make some phone calls and change the name of this boat. I go to take another sip of wine, but stop myself. Is wine an acceptable beverage in the margarita zone? That it is, Nico. All beverages of leisure and welcome in the of leisure are welcome in the margarita zone. Fucking Christ, I can't talk. This is almost what we wanted, right? No responsibilities, no worries, other than possibly dying out here. And the whales. But yeah, I'd say we're in the zone. Joseph and I clink our wine glasses again. To the margarita zone. Wasted away again. If you have any salt shakers, we can arrange them into pentagram and summon Jimmy Buffet. Maybe he can save us. As the youth minister, I make pacts with neither the devil nor island jammers. If we're to get off this boat, it will be by the grace of God. Or Steely Dan. Ha, amen. Our laughter dies down. We're both silent for a moment, looking into each other's eyes. Joseph leans in closer. I feel myself doing the same. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. I can't help but feel like doing this will only end up hurting someone else. But his face is real close to my face. Nico, I have to tell you something. Mary and I are done. I pull back and think about the clothes strewn around the lounge, the undone bed. Are you living on the boat? I didn't want to mention it, but he sighs, strolling back on the controls of the boat. I lean on the console next to him. We had a very long talk, and it's unsalvageable. I'm staying here until everything is sorted out. Oh, I'm so sorry if there's anything I can do. I'm fine, actually. It was a long time coming. For the first time in a long time, I'm seeing a path to happiness, and now I can focus on myself and stop trying to deny the things that make me happy. I need someone who will be there, someone kind and honest. And you deserve that, Joseph, you really do. Anyway, I've been having this crazy feeling that there's someone who I could get out in the habit of having around. Someone very close to here. Is it Wales? I mean you. Oh, I was trying to be subtle. I don't do subtle, I'm stupid. I think I'm picking up what Joseph's putting down. I lean forward, closing the gap between us when Joseph grabs the receiver. Come in. Is anyone there? No, over. We're stranded out on open waters. We've been out here for hours. Please send help. Over. But wait, are you guys gonna kiss? I mean, what are your coordinates? Over. Nico, have you been leaning on the talk button this whole time? I look down. Oh, I've definitely been leaning on the talk button. Betrayed by my own butt yet again. I didn't lean on it. You leaned on it. Neither of you were leaning on the talk button. We didn't hear anything. Over. Hey, were you listening to us? Sir, we here at the Coast Guard are professionals. We're not doing that. But as professionals, it seems like you deserve happiness, and we think it's closer than you think. Over. How soon can you guys be here to give us a tow? Over. Well, pick you up in the morning. Sounds like you two have some stuff to hash out. Over and out. Wait. Silence. Nobody returns our radio calls. I think they left. We stare at each other for a second. Well, Joseph carefully places a receiver on the table, making sure the talk button isn't pressed in. Well, okay. Joseph grabs me by the shirt and pulls me into a kiss. His lips are soft and sweet from the wine, and his skin is still warm from the sun. I reach for his belt, pull him even closer, running my free hand under his shirt and up his side. He punished me. Yup, pushes me against the boat's console, kissing down my. Okay, well, this is getting less peachy. Come on. His hands drift to my thighs, and he effortlessly picks me up. Wow. Joseph carries me below deck. I'd be lying if I said I said I hadn't fantasized about this, but I didn't think he'd be so aggressive. I've wanted to do this for so long. He throws me onto the bed. I let out a little yelp. Lots of time to kill, Nico. We better get started. Oh dear. Oh man. I might have overdone it with the wine last night. Just a few more minutes of sleep will do just fine. Wait. I opened my eyes to find Joseph's face a few inches from mine, an arm slung around my waist. He's sleeping peacefully. His hair is mussed and his lips still a little red. I think this is what I was talking about when we were discussing Margarita Zone. Finding little perfect moments of joy, like the way the light falls across Joseph's face, or how he's still holding me tight even in his sleep. I'm very tempted to curl up closer to him and keep sleeping, but I know the Coast Guard will probably be here soon, and I'd like to be wearing clothes when that happens. I nudge Joseph. It takes a couple of shakes before he blearily opens his eyes. When he notices me hovering over him, he breaks into a huge grin. We should get dressed. Joseph pulls me in for a kiss. Do we have to? Another kiss. Stop trying to tempt me. Fine, fine. The Coast Guard eventually shows up and tows us back to the bay. They thankfully keep their comments to themselves. Joseph and I step on the yacht, and he walks me to the car. I had a great time. Me too. No thanks to the whales. Shh. You're on land now. They can't hurt you here. Take care, Joseph. You too. He gives me one last kiss on the lips before he turns around and walks back to his boat. Well, I've been gone an entire day. Hopefully Amanda's alright. Amanda, I'm... Dad! She runs up and hugs me. I was genuinely concerned about your well-being, but upon closer inspection, you seem to be okay. What happened? The yacht ran out of gas and we got stuck. But it was okay because I was on a yacht. Weren't you scared? Your father feels no fear. Were you able to take care of yourself for the night? Yeah, I just did a ton of drugs, vandalized a few cars, and then embezzled some funds from my school. All on a pretty low-key night. Where did you learn that from? I learned it from you, Dad. Well, if you did, you would have funneled those funds through legitimate cash and carry business, fudging the books over in the course of the year so you didn't arouse suspicion from the feds. Rookie mistake, Panda. I'm glad you're back in one piece. Did you make good choices? Yeah, I think I did. No. But hey, I'm starving. Want to make sandwiches out of whatever we can find in the fridge? More than anything, Pops. I don't think we made good choices. No, please up the B and S rank. I mean, we smashed, so I mean, I think it is. Yeet. I've never had that much fun in my life. Jesus Christ. Ooh, I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, so we've read all this. I'm just gonna zoom on through because we have seen all this. Oh shit, just peachy. I have to go over there now. Okay, well, I didn't see that. Nope, don't care. Just curious. Okay. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat next to Joseph. Joseph, it's so great to see you again. Great party. I should have you organize our next youth group mixer. My dance skills are ready whenever you need them. Hey, if you weren't busy this weekend, I was thinking we could maybe catch a movie or something. Yeah, that sounds like it'd be fun. This feels weird. It doesn't feel like it did on the yacht. So, I guess things are still friendly with Mary? Yeah, I wanted to talk with you about that. Joseph sighs. We talked for a long time, and there was some yelling and some crying, but ultimately there was reconciliation. I'm sorry, Nico. I have to make this work with Mary. Oh, I know I shouldn't have. I didn't mean to hurt you, and I'm really sorry you got caught up in all this. I've just felt so alone lately, and I'm not even sure I'm doing the right thing here. You've come to mean so much to me, and I'll never forget all those beautiful moments we shared together. But I have to thank you. In a way, this whole thing with you helped me realize that I still love my wife very much. Oh, that's great. I know this probably wasn't what you wanted to hear, and I'm sorry if you were hoping for something different, but this is where my life is, and I need to go right by my family. But hey, we'll always have a margarita zone. Take care. You too, Joseph. I don't know how to get the Escape to Margaritaville achievement, but I don't think anybody does, to be honest. Joseph walks off. Man, did I do something wrong? Was there another way this could have ended if I'd done things differently? I walk over to the half-melted remnants of the ice cream cake and shove a forkful into my mouth. This ice cream cake is my new boyfriend. The last guests begin to make their way out of the party. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So I also have something for you. Yep, this is just the... Alright. So we should get the picture. Woo. Oh dear. Greetings from Margarita Zone. Wish you were here. That's an interesting picture. It only took a couple hours. That's not so bad. Oof. Alright. So, that is where I'm going to be leaving this one. I might be back on another day to do the rest of the dads. Okay.